Hello, my name is Matthew Sawyer. I'm currently attending Georgia University as a sophomore, and I am a marketing major. Alright, today I'll be showing you guys how to create a pivot table on Excel. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the worksheet that you were asked, and then you want to put all the information. You want to just capture all the information. To do that, you go over to where you see my marker. You see this right triangle. You click that right triangle, and what it's going to do is it's going to capture all the information that you have on the worksheet. Once you do that, you just go up to the insert ribbon, and then you click pivot table. Once you click pivot table, you see all this, all the information that you were asked for in the table / range, and then you'll see, if you look down, you see the circle selected new worksheet. You make sure everything's okay with that, and then you click OK. What that's going to do is it's going to open a new worksheet on Excel, basically with all the information you want in a pivot table. And as you see, ours is blank. So what you want to do is you want to start adjusting things to where your pivot table actually has information on it. To do that, you want to start dragging things into either columns, rows, or values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag retailer country into columns. So I just hold down retailer country and I just move it to columns, and then I hold on to product type, and then I move it to rows. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to take quantity and drag that into values, and I'm going to take gross margin and drag that into values as well. Now you see that in once we dragged quantity and gross margin into values, we got some of what we want is the average. So to change that, what you have to do is you have to click that down arrow, and then you click field settings. Then it's going to open this new box. Once you see this new box, you just go to average, and then it'll change it from, now you see at the top box where it says custom name, instead of saying sum of, it says average of. You click that, and then you go to number format. And then once you go to number format, go down to numbers to make sure we have 2 decimal places. What I like to do is I like to click on use 1000 inspector, so it makes it easier for me to read when I'm looking at the information provided, because there'll be a lot of numbers. And then you click OK, and then you click OK again, and then you see it changes to average of instead of sum of. Then do the same for gross margin. Basically just go change to average, then you go to numbers, 2 decimal places, make sure it says 2 decimal places because that's what we want provided, and click OK, and then click OK again. And now it says average of for both quantity and then gross margin. So now we've done that, we want to make sure our table is restricted just to China and Spain. So what you want to do is you want to go to the B column. You see where it says column labels. You click that downward arrow, and then you click select all. So once you click select all, it deselects all the countries. So now we can just go and customly make it China and Spain as we were asked earlier in the instructions. So now that you have that, and then you see our table has now been adjusted to where it just says China and Spain. So now that we have done that, we want to go and want to make sure that we can now create a combination chart. So basically to do that, you just go up to insert ribbon over here, and then you go and you search for pivot chart. Pivot chart will be right next to the maps where you see this globe like thing, and then you click pivot chart. When you click pivot chart, it'll have this drop down box, then you click pivot chart again. It'll basically open this new tab, and basically in the new tab will say insert chart. So what you want to do is you want to go all the way down to where it says combo. Once you click combo, you'll see that we have a new window basically showing us what the combo chart would look like. So what you want to do now is you want to just change the information to you want to change the information. So what you do is you make sure that average of quantity says cluster column is on the secondary axis. So you do that for both China and Spain. So what I do, so this time China already had cluster column, so I just put that on the secondary axis, and then now I go to Spain, I do the same, change that to cluster column, and I put a check mark, and everything's alright. But you want to make sure average gross margin is in the line with markers. So we go and make sure it's on line with markers. But this time we don't click the secondary axis because we want to make this on the primary axis. So just leave the box blank. And then you look up, you see that the chart is, you see that the example chart provided is alright and has all the information you want. Then you click OK. And then you're giving the example chart you had earlier. Now this is the chart that you have for now this is the combination chart you asked for. You just move it over to the in open area and you're fine and good to go. And that's how you create a pivot table.